welcome back. This is a couple days later. I've had a little cold and it's been pretty cold outside, so I haven't had a chance to really mess with the new tractor much. But anyway, we got it home and it done good on the way home, and it's cranking a lot better now that we've got the rough places out of the cylinder now. Just driving it home, it took me quite a while to get it home, so we kind of figured out some issues it's got now. This right hand tie rod, I can't wiggle it, but anyway, it is just plumb, I don't know where exactly it's wore, but it's just plumb wore out. Like when I was coming home, this tire over here was staying pretty straight, and this one over here was just wiggling it. I'm afraid it's gonna wear my tire. I bet it's wore my tire out just driving. I didn't know how I was gonna drive it home like that, but anyway, I gotta get me a new tie rod or tie rod ends. Whatever ends bad, I might just put that on there. You know, all this, I don't know if I'm gonna, this definitely needs to be redone. I've been watching videos on these tractors lately, and that's like a big thing, is these front axles are always busted up. And this one is definitely, I mean, this looks like it's been repaired pretty decent. It isn't cracking. There ain't no telling how long it's been welded. And that's not cracking. I'll probably just grind that down so you can't even see it. And this needs something different done to it, because it's cracking. The welds are all cracked on it, so that definitely needs to be fixed. It'll probably help when I get the tie rod fixed, because if I get the tie rod fixed, it probably won't crack like that. I bet that's why it's cracked like that. Anyway, I'm not, so far, I haven't seen any big leaks. It's engine's a little low on oil, probably like a couple quarts low. Got this leak right here, but it's a couple quarts low, and besides that, it's not been too bad. I still gotta put the side shields on. I'll get those. I might get those today. I think it's charging, which is a miracle. None of our other tractors charge, so I'll have to find me some lights and stuff to put on it. It's got a little growl in the transmission, but my dad, he already knew about that. He said it's always had a growl in it, so that's kind of common for these tractors anyway, to have a little bit of a growl. The TA definitely doesn't work, so I have to fix that. I don't know how available parts are going to be for that, and I know I got to fix the PTO, because that's what we pretty much got this tractor to be a farm tractor. So the PTO is like welded. It's like the guy hit something with it, and it like welded itself. The disc pack welded itself together. So it's going to need all that took off and rebuilt, and I don't know exactly how much that's going to cost yet. We're gonna price it. You know, the tires did hold up. I was kind of worried about this side over here. It's got these pretty big cracks in it, and you can see when it gets on a tread, it kind of starts to poke out. It'll probably, I hate to, them tires have a bunch of life left in them, but I might have to just do something put some glue in it or something. I hate to had to put new tires on this thing. That's how much these tires cost. But they have decent tread on them. I hate that they done that. It just sat flat and all that stuff. This one that we thought was up, it was flat too. It looked like it was standing up, but as soon as I took off with it the other day, it went flat. So I guess it's got like a tough spot in it or something. And the tires are flat spotted. I didn't know if I was gonna make it home or not, because I was like, when I first took off, thing started bouncing and that wheel started jiggling and I couldn't run but about 8 miles an hour. I was kind of worried, but it smoothed out. I guess some of them flat places worked out of it, and I come up and rode about 20, but that wheel right there was just a flopping and a flapping, and I was worried something was gonna break, and I was gonna go off the road. So I gotta get that fixed, definitely. So I know that's gonna be the project for this winter. Besides my other projects I gotta do, I gotta fix PTO, which that shouldn't be too big of a deal. It's just gonna cost money, you know. And I gotta get the tie rod fixed, and that shouldn't be a big a deal. It just money, pretty much. It's not too bad. The hydraulics don't seem to be leaking. That's surprising. I was really surprised about that. I'm not worried about the TA right now. It's in high, so that's all I care about. I mean, low. Even if this tractor was in low, it's still faster than a John Deere. You know, you hate to say that. And a lot of people's probably wondering why I bought an International. Because this one was available and we knew the tractor. Like I said, when the guy I bought it from, when they went and got it, my dad actually went and got this tractor. My dad had worked for the guy for a long time, so we were familiar with this tractor. Excuse me. We were familiar with the tractor, and these are good tractors. You know, we talk about, you know, you always try to say John Deere is better than International, or International's better than John Deere. A lot of people say that, and you know, I have a lot of people that'll say stuff like that, and I always try to make fun of farm-alls and stuff, but you know, at some point it's mostly a joke. You know, it's somewhat serious, but these are good tractors. You can't deny. You know, I'm not too prejudiced against certain tractor brands. I prefer John Deere's, but you know, this was available to me, and we knew the tractor, and these are pretty decent tractors. So this tractor I'm going to get it fixed up, and this tractor should last me a long time. And it's worth saving, you know. These newer tractors, I wouldn't have one. You know, we work on them all the time, and it's all electronic. This is all super simple, and it's still got parts availability for these tractors. Mostly, there's so many of these tractors made. What are you doing, little cat? Do you want to be in the video? Oh my goodness! But these tractors are just super simple. If anything happens, we can pretty well fix it. That right there, that was a good thing. This is the kind of the biggest tractor of the Internationals that you could get with the Roost Masters. Like if you get like a newer tractor, like the 1066, they got that big. I think they're Bosch's. I'm pretty sure, and I'm sure we could figure it out how to work on these, but this is a Roost Master injection pump. It's super simple. They're readily affordable, and there's a lot of parts. I can get parts for this pump every day. I think it's been pretty freshly rebuilt. You know, like I said, my dad worked on this tractor, so it's been rebuilt kind of recently when they were running this tractor. So it looks like it's pretty decent. I think I don't know if they've upgraded the I don't know if they upgraded the weight basket when they built it, because somebody else built it. We just I think Dad just took it off and put it back on, but I don't know if they upgraded the weight basket to the more modern version without the flex ring, but it should be pretty. It runs pretty good. Once we got the thing unstuck, it runs pretty decent. So today, you know, all that talking over with, that thing right there, that's just awful. Muffler, you know, I can't stand to see that. This tractor sounds pretty good, even though it's got a muffler on it. But we gotta get rid of that. That's awful. People ask me my obsession with straight piping things and why I do it. And it's kind of like this, being a mechanic, especially we build engines and stuff. It's just, to me, when you have a muffler on one, it's like you're suffocating it. You know for a fact when the noise isn't coming out as loud as it could be, you know you're not getting all the exhaust out at the proper speed. You're slowing your exhaust down, and your engine can't breathe like that. It just sounds, to me, it sounds like you have one, you know, it's like having a tractor that's skipping. You know that's not 100%. Even though it's just sputtering and, cutting up a little bit, it's, fine. It's still running, but it ain't right. So that muffler, to me, it's kind of like the same thing. It's like you're suffocating your engine. I mean, it's fine. Obviously, there's tractors that run with mufflers everywhere, and they work just fine. But my personal opinion, to me, I just can't. It's just a niche I have with engines. Is I know what an engine is doing, and I like it to flow. I like the sound it makes. That's a plus you get. I like the sound it makes, and I'm kind of a third generation of that. My grandpa, when he was farming, he had the 38 Model G, and he had a straight pipe on it. He had his 46B. It had a straight pipe. My dad, every tractor he's always had has got a straight pipe, so I can't stop. It ain't gonna stop with me. One day my grandchildren might want to start putting mufflers on stuff, but it ain't gonna stop with me. I'm gonna straight pipe this boy. So my dad, he went last night and went down to our local muffler shop. Really nice people down there, and this was just a piece they had. This is just 3-inch. I think that's 3-inch OD. I'm hoping it works. I was wanting to use that rain flap because that is a quality rain flap. That's not one of those cheap ones you buy nowadays. That's an actual good rain flap. And I don't usually run rain flaps, but I don't feel like crawling up this thing every day and putting a can on it. So hoping that fits. If it don't, I'll have to take it back to the muffler shop and get it spread. It's 4 foot. I wanted 3 foot because 4 foot's a little long, but we might cut it down. But that's just the piece he had, and you kind of feel bad. He just had that 4 foot piece. You kind of feel bad, having him cut another foot, and then he has to deal with that foot piece of scrap. So we went ahead and bought the 4 foot, so we can cut a foot off and use that foot if we need to. But I'm going to try it, see how it looks with the whole 4 foot. I don't know how it'll look, but we'll try them out. So I gotta get my tools and get that old muffler off and make sure it fits. Might have to have him bump it out some. So we're gonna try it and see what we can do. Before I pull the muffler off, I'm gonna crank it now, and if it'll crank, it's a little cold out here. If it'll start, I want y'all to we'll listen to it. Listen to it with the muffler. Alright, I went ahead and started taking my clamp off. I didn't know if my socket was going to fit it or not, because I ain't got no deep well socket and 1/2 inch in my 3/8 wrench. I used it as a hammer, and they don't like that very much when you use them as a hammer, so the guts fell out of it, so that was nice of it. Anyway, this clamp might use it as a hammer again. How many tools in here? I have a punch. Huh. She's kind of rusty. Let me turn it. Do I have an actual? Well, I guess we'll have to find an actual hammer. Can't use my wrenches because they'll fall apart for some reason. Alrighty, we finally got the old one off. That was a struggle. Now we're going to see if the new one will go on there. I don't know. It's close. We'll almost go. Flip it around, see if this side's any better. Yeah. Guess we're going to take a grinder and grind some slots in it. Yeah. Alright, we got our straight pipe fixed up. I cut about 1 foot off of it and cut some slots in it, so it's still a little tight, so I'm probably going to hit it on there.
support and that'll loosen it up there some. Alright, we got some more.
You got me a piece of wood.
It's going down.
I'm gonna blow a bunch of wood chips out while we crank it. About all she wants.
Yeah, you gotta just leave the clamp on top.
Yeah. Hand me my green flat. Glad that works at least. I don't need, I just need a wrench. Alrighty, got the straight pipe on there. It's still pretty tall. Yeah, I'm glad we took that foot off of it. It would have been really tall. It barely fits in the frame. Huh. Well, we'll get this tightened down and we'll crank him. Alrighty, we're gonna start him up and see how she sounds.